Okay, welcome back everyone. I have for you with this video two very special Chinese Lilliputs. And you're going to say, what? Chinese Lilliputs are special? Well, yes, these are. And I'm going to tell you why. But before I do, as always, take a second to subscribe, please. I would greatly appreciate it. And I always tell you, it helps the algorithms and it helps all the other collectors find this cool stuff. So do your part. And if you're already subscribed, share the videos. Share them on other platforms, Facebook, Twitter, whatever, Instagram. I should do an Instagram, right, with all like kinds of pictures posted every day. But I'm going to wait till I have my museum open. Then I can have very cool looking pictures. But anyway, in the meantime, so what the heck are these things and why are they special? Well, let's start with the little one first. This is a Lilliput from China, from Tin Tom Toys. And why is it special? Well, because this is one of maybe only 2 or 3 possibly hand-painted prototypes. You know what? I'm going to turn on an overhead light, so stick with me for a sec. It's getting dark here. There, I don't know if that made it any better. Hopefully it did. Anyway, so let's get back to this guy. You could see the hand-painted details. And you know, when Tin Tom made these, and he was infamous for doing this, like on his ski robot and those other style of like the deep sea robot, those little tiny ones, which actually made big, he would put Japan on there. He was trying to, and I'm not going to say scam because everyone kind of knew, but you know, it was kind of a scam because then subsequently in the other markets, people would say, hey, look, I got a Japanese ski robot or a Japanese interplanetary space trooper. And they were like triple the size of the original ones. Well, not triple, but... And anyway, as far as Lilliputs go, you know, one of the big design flaws on his reproductions is this protruding mouth. And that was glaring. Somebody should have told him. Now, it's funny because when I got my green smoker, I've said this story before, but I'll say it again. When he was ready to come out with his green smoking robot with the slide switch, I was just trying to get a free prototype maybe. And I said, Tom, you got the wrong switch on there. And I showed him my original one with the plastic smaller slide switch that had that housing around it. And he changed them all. And I always say, I wonder if anyone got some of his early smokers in the green and blue, because it's the green and blue that were done as a change, and have with the silver chrome slide switch. I don't know. Now, for some reason, I can't get good focus on this. So I wanted to show you. I mean, you know, basically, just trust me when I tell you, this is all hand-painted. Everything, the head, the rivet details. I'm not sure why it's not showing unless I pull it out. It should have some kind of macro focus on it, but like if I try to get up close here, look at that. What the heck? Let me do a zoom thing here. There we go. That was better, huh? How counterintuitive is that, right? That you freaking zoom. It's blurry close, and so you zoom to make it closer, and then it actually clears up. You get clarity. But anyway, so that's how life is kind of weird like that. And you can see you had some wearing out here. What the NP5357 stood for. You know, I hate to even touch these in a way because who knows what I'm rubbing off. But even the arms, they don't look it, but this is all hand-painted stuff. And I believe Brian Hayes of Alpha Drone fame and 3D printing fame. You know, and by the way, Brian, if you watch this, I have a lot of your 3D robots, as you know, and it's just they're packed so well. And sometimes they require so much effort to put together to get going that I said, I can't unpack. You know, you're one of the many that suffers that fate. Well, it's so well packed. Let me just keep it packed. When it goes into the museum, I'll open them up. But then they will be quite the display. I have quite a bit of Brian. As I do like the Robot Hut, you know, probably more Robot Hut stuff than anything. So anyway, very cool to look at this hand paint. It's a part of history before the toy was introduced. And then this is the only one in the world, I believe, the only one I'm aware of, the large size Lilliput that's also a hand painted prototype. And you can see down here, he did it again. He wrote Japan on there. Why, Tom? Why? Why are you trying to pass this off as Japanese when they're clearly not? Especially this ginormous one. And you know, if you look at I say hand painted. You know, when I look at these arms, even on the other one, you can see the paint cracking, even on the legs here. But that adds a little bit of charm. I mean, it looks almost like it was dipped or sprayed, but it's still by hand. You know, you can see the ear, the paint cracking there. But it's cool, man. This is cool stuff. Now think about it. I know the rivets are a pain in the ass because I painted in the changing prints all those rivet details, and it was like monotonous and tedious. So just show you around this thing. So even these rivet details to have a black surround with a white, that is not easy to do. Now this hose, the breather hose, is he didn't add a lot of the details. Like in the front here, you see the segments at least. But in the back, this one at least has, you know, black with that white, almost like a reflective stripe. But this one's just very plain. It looks like a dog bone. So I don't have keys with these. And you know what? I don't really think it's a big deal to wind them in. Here's your stop go. But you know, this is how they did the litho pattern based on the hand painting. I think I have no reason to doubt that these aren't fully functional. I mean, I'm pretty certain that they would be fully functional, but there was no key, and I'm not going to go crazy because really I just wanted to show you what it's like to have a couple of hand-painted prototypes. And what it's like, it's very freaking cool. That's what it's like. Again, the large one should be about the only one in the world that was done. I don't know of anyone else that has that in a hand-painted prototype. And this one, I know there's at least 2, possibly 3, but maybe only 2. Anyway, that's it, my friends. That's the Tin Tom hand-painted prototype Lilliput robots in large and small size. Now, as always, if you like this, thumb it up. And as always, if you haven't, subscribe, please. I would appreciate it. And thanks, as always, for your time. And with that, I'll talk to you later.